me you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I...
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Reset. 19. Mike 45. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check.
From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Third and long, it's Watson. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Switch.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, he's going to air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On 2nd and 9, Locke. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Watch the run, watch the run.
After the run, Watson going to throw. It's complete to Fuller. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Hey, we got to snap it, we got to snap it.
They'll run. It's Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Atauchu brings him down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Check.
Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Texans nothing.
Mike. Yeah. Hey, 59. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence. It borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Haywood. 80 weapons. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke finds his target, Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
From midfield, here's Locke. Open man is born. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm here. Bear. Hey, Delta. Go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Watson, and that is incomplete here. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
No time now. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. To throw on 3rd down, Watson. It's complete. Stills. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Flush to his right. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Let's go.
A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Zach Pascal, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Hey, we got 4 down. Mike 34, Mike 34. Scoot.
The final shot before the break. Watson trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
64,
Throwing now is Lott. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. J.J. Watt was sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
They look to throw. It's Lott.
To me, the defense is a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. On the return is Peterson. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's first and 10 from the 12. Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a second and 13. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On second down, a run with Lindsey. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 26. Check 26. Get it.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Leo! 3 buds. Shit!
Block off of play action. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Denver.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Play action. Now it's locked. Eluding the pressure right. This is the tight end, Fant. Three quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Reed. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Matt Judon there to bring him down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
You ain't got nothing. Mike 35, Mike 35. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 54. 9
From the gun on third, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
I'm letting you know. 54. 59. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Let's box. Mike 45 is the mic.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Let's go, baby.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about... And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. 20, 10, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out. To the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's Lindsey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Switch up, switch up. Check safety, check safety. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is fielded inside the 5. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Here we go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now it's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Watson now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.